Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Iris. If this is your first time here, welcome in. Today, you guys, I'm just wanted to do like kind of a get ready with me update on, where things are with me, what to expect from my channel going forward, and doing my makeup. So you guys know that I'm already on like a skincare journey, working on getting better control of my skin and my adult hormonal acne situation that I have going on. But I recently went to the doctor and I got my blood work done and all of that and got my results back, and the results indicated that my cholesterol was a little high but not alarming, but also that I was pre-diabetic. And I was like, what is that? So after getting that news, of course, I was like, okay, I have got to make an adjustment. I have got to make some changes here. And so at this point, you guys, I can no longer hold off. I can no longer think I have time to get it together. The time is now. My mom recently reminded me of a conversation that I had with my grandmother before she passed, where she was just talking about, getting your health together. Like the older you get, the challenges just come, and they're harder to fight when you're in an unhealthy vessel. And so that really reminded me and spoke to me that I need to get it together. There's some changes that has to be made. There's some things that I need to get better control of and do in order to remain healthy, not only for me, but for my family. And honestly, there are some things that I have just been avoiding, and that is avoiding the eating healthy, like making those healthy choices, buying things that I shouldn't buy out of convenience. And so lately I have really been giving it my all when it comes to meal prepping, watching what I eat, not eating out as much as I used to. We used to eat out once a week was the goal, but we ended up eating out 3 times a week. And since turning 40, there are things that I am noticing changes. Like the other day I was sitting on the couch watching a movie, and I was kind of sit in a normal state that I normally sit in, which is kind of like one leg up, one knee bent, sitting on that foot, and then, the other leg kind of swinging. And that's normally my comfortable way of sitting. That's the way I lounge and relax. But I had to get up and get something. Got up, I realized that I couldn't just stretch it out and shake it off. It took me a couple of steps in order to get a rhythm going without my body aching. And I was like, wait a minute, this is new. As you're younger, you kind of think, you see the older people who are like getting up like, oh my goodness, my back, my legs or whatever, and just kind of complaining. You like, is it really that bad? Like, why can't you just get up and go? But now I'm starting to see and understand, oh, okay, I get it now. And most importantly, I don't want to feel that now. And so my goals are to get into the gym. I was a gym girly. Listen, I had a personal trainer for a while back in 2023 or 24, I think 2023. And I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be at the gym by 5. And I would actually travel about 15, 20 minutes or so to get there. And honey, I'd be outside running and, lifting the weights and all of that. And I really enjoyed it. But it got to a place where I didn't want to pay for it anymore. And so being that we already have a membership to a local gym, which is the YMCA, I was like, let me just use what I know, what I've been taught from all of these other, gyms and personal sessions that I've been a part of. Why don't I just take that information that I have and go to the gym myself and do it? But honestly, you guys, it's not the same. It just isn't. It worked for a while, for a couple months actually, but then I got bored doing it, because not only was I before in the gym with a personal trainer, but I was in there with a group. So it was multiple people. There was friendships, there was conversations in between reps, there was motivation to get, to go harder, to take that extra step, to push yourself a little bit further than you normally would go. And just when I'm in the gym by myself, I don't have that. And what kind of happened because of that is that I kind of gave myself the excuse of just not going and doing anything, and I got really lazy and complacent with just being in the house, because I work from home, but I do work a lot, I'm not gonna lie. And so I would just be like, you know what, I'm too tired, I'm working, I'm just not gonna really do too much in finding the time, and I'm paying for it now. Here's what's happening. What I am now implementing and have been doing for about the last month or so is I have made it a priority to take care of me first. And that means me getting up in the morning. I still get up at 5 o'clock because my kids have to go to school, but I get up in the morning at 5 o'clock, have a little bit, about 30 minutes, 40 minutes to myself before my daughter gets up. So I take that time to mentally prepare for my day, to also go ahead and get dressed for the gym so that I am ready to go. And I go to the gym and I make it my priority to get to the gym. That is the goal. The goal is to get there. Once I'm there, what I do is up to me. But I'm gonna be honest with you, once I'm there, I'm ready. I'm going, I'm working out. Today I did the stair stepper, which I hadn't done in a while. And I was able to do, not my normal time, I was able to do 15 minutes. I pushed myself to get to 15 minutes, which was good because normally, you know, I could do about 30 minutes plus on there, but I did 15 today because that's what I could do. And then I also have been walking on the treadmill, doing like an incline walk. I've been doing that. And so I'm working on getting myself back into the groove of being active. But another thing that I have started is the controversial GLP-1. Yes, I am on a GLP-1. I have been taking it for about a month now. I think I had my 4th shot. This week will be going into my 2nd month. So I will be documenting about that on here, kind of giving you guys updates, what's happening, how I'm feeling, maybe some weigh-ins, what I'm eating, because I am meal prepping now. So I am preparing like a lunch. I'm usually going to do about 4 days. 5 days is a bit much for me, but I do about 4 days at a time of meal prep. Lately, what I'm having success with is just making it as simple as possible. So it's going to be a protein, a grain, and a vegetable, which is going to be something kind of a green family. This week I'm doing salmon, cauli rice, and mixed vegetables. And it's simple, it's easy, and I haven't yet gotten to a place where I'm like bored with the food. This again is like my 4th week doing this, and I can say I'm actually finding some really good recipes and coming up with some really inventive ways in which to prepare meals. And so I'm really kind of enjoying that piece of it. But I think the simplified version is what's giving me the best quality, the best results, because I'm able to stick to it. I don't have to think about it as much. My goal is to also increase my protein because I am on the GLP-1, and I may do a separate video talking more about that, giving you guys a little bit more information because I know there are going to be some questions on it. But yeah, so I've been, you know, doing things to get my protein in because you do want to prioritize that, as well as some weightlifting too. So you guys just know that going forward on this channel, you're going to probably see a little bit more around the wellness and health side of my journey. I'm also going to, of course, be doing makeup because I love that. But I'm also going to be talking about kind of my wellness journey, maybe some grocery hauls and things like that. So this is truly kind of like my before of my journey. I know some people have, you know, gone through the GLP-1 and, you know, healthy wellness resets, but they kind of show you the after. But I'm going to show you the beginning, the during, and, you know, the after of it. I think I will go ahead and do a separate video for you all, kind of telling you how things have gone thus far with the GLP-1 piece. And then I'll also give you guys like meal prep and things like that to, you know, educate you if you're interested, or if you're also on your journey, to kind of share with you what's working for me, what meals I'm preparing that may interest you. Because that's what I've been doing. I've been searching on here, looking at other people who have gone on the journey or who are on the journey, and seeing what type of meals they are preparing, just to give me ideas and fresh recipes to try. So one thing I also want to mention is that I don't want to like pretend that, you know, this is gonna be the perfect journey, everything's gonna go right, and 3 months from now I'm gonna be, you know, bodybuilder shape. Like, that's not the goal. The goal is just to be healthy and well. So that means I'm gonna have vitamins. That means some days I'm going to probably be a little lazy and don't want to go and have to push myself there. I want this to be a real journey. There are going to be some highs, some lows, some wins, some losses, and then there's also going to probably be some messy stuff where I'm in my head too much, or I am, you know, in a place of fogginess or defeat. But that is a part of everyone's journey, whether they share it or not. I'm going to choose to share mine because I think it's important to be real and authentic on here with you guys. Here's what I acknowledge and recognize is that this is going to be a challenge for me. Not only a challenge to, you know, break those bad habits and, you know, embrace, you know, some new ones, making healthier choices when it comes to food and things like that, but also a challenge and, you know, a test to actually sharing things with you guys, like verbally sharing something such as my weight. For instance, I was struggling with the thought of even sharing that I'm on a GLP-1 just because of the whole spectacle of people thinking you're taking the easy way out, or there are some people who just don't simply understand the struggle of weight. I have been struggling with my weight since I was a child. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a period of time through my teenage years to my mid-teenage through 20s where I would say I would consider myself fit because I wasn't overweight at that time, but I was still thicker than some of the other people my age. But because of that, and because of some of the other, you know, struggles that I have gone through, I don't think that people necessarily understand and get it. Anyway, I don't want to get too much wrapped into the GLP-1 discussion because I'll just do another video talking about that. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. That way I can address them in the next video where I kind of give you more information about the GLP-1, what I'm taking and things like that, side effects I'm feeling and all of that. All right, you guys, I am all done doing my face for today. I am really excited to have you guys come along with me on this health and wellness journey, particularly at the age of 40, because my goodness, it does make a difference. But let me tell you guys, the best motivation for me at this moment is seeing people who are my age or maybe a little slightly older and realizing the difficult times they are having doing simple tasks such as walking up some stairs, or perhaps even, you know, walking through the park. It's like they can't even enjoy the simple and small things. And I'm like, that is not going to be me. I refuse. And so I'm really also feeling a lot better these days. I'm feeling I have more energy, more clarity, and it's a really good feeling to know that you're actually doing something that's going to benefit you and your body, and not only you, but that spills over into a lot of other things and aspects in your life. So again, I'll do a separate video all about the GLP-1 journey. So if you have questions right now, go ahead and put them down below. That way I can address them in that video. And I will catch you guys the next time. Hope you subscribe and join me along this fitness and wellness journey of mine. And I'll be uploading different things like shorts and reels behind the scenes. So you guys want to make sure you check those out as well. And I will catch you guys in the very next video. Bye.